On the morning of May 4, 2026, millions of votes across 5 distinct regions were unsealed. With 824 assembly seats on the line, the results provide the first comprehensive data on the national political alignment ahead of the 2029 general elections. But before a single winner was declared, one underlying data point connected all 5 territories. Millions of voters had mobilized to cast their ballots in numbers rarely seen in modern history. Looking at the turnout data on this chart, the scale of the mobilization becomes clear. West Bengal hit 93.19%. Puducherry approached the 90% mark, and Assam, Tamil Nadu, and Kerala crossed the 80% threshold. A voter surge this massive usually points to 2 extreme outcomes: a public demanding the removal of an incumbent government or consolidating power behind them. To figure out which of those 2 forces drove these massive lines at the polls, we have to look at the geographic realities on the ground.
And the clearest place to start is in the east. This graph tracks the early hours of vote counting in West Bengal. Throughout the morning, the lead seesawed between the Trinamool Congress and the BJP, with both parties breaking past the 100-seat mark only to instantly lose ground. Nowhere was that volatility more intense than in the hyper-local battleground of Bhavanipur. Here, Chief Minister Mamata Banerjee found herself locked in a tight fight against opposition leader Suvendu Adhikari. As the numbers tightened, the political anxiety spilled out of the EVMs. Counting agents clashed over entry protocols, and heavy security forces had to step in to control outbursts of protests right outside the counting halls. Adhikari pointed to the precise mechanics of the counting process to explain the swings. He noted that as officials alternated between opening EVMs from Muslim-majority booths and Hindu-majority booths, the leads would flip back and forth between the 2 parties. While Bengal spent the morning locked in a tug-of-war, the counting in neighboring Assam told a completely different story. Driven by a nearly 86% voter turnout, Assam delivered a decisive mandate. Chief Minister Himanta Biswa Sarma and the BJP coasted past the halfway mark, securing their path to a 3rd consecutive term in power. In the east, the massive wave of voters didn't produce a single unified result. Depending on local demographic divides, that exact same record turnout created both a fractured deadlock in Bengal and an ironclad mandate in Assam. Moving down to the southern peninsula, the electorate used their high turnout to achieve something else entirely: a severe disruption of the status quo. Look at the seat distribution in Kerala. The Congress-led UDF rapidly approached the 100-seat milestone, dismantling the Left Democratic Front's grip on the state and rendering the region functionally free of left-wing governance. Right next door in Tamil Nadu, the political landscape experienced an even sharper shock. For decades, power here has strictly bounced between 2 established giants, the DMK and the AIA-DMK. A massive voter surge provided the exact opening needed by a brand-new challenger. Actor Vijay's newly formed party, the TVK, exploded into the race, capturing early leads in over 100 seats and instantly breaking the state's traditional binary. Unlike the East, where incumbents managed to hold their ground or force a tight fight, the Southern voters weaponized their record turnout to systematically dismantle entrenched political machines. Nestled right against the Tamil Nadu coast is the Union Territory of Puducherry. Despite having only 30 assembly seats, its strategic importance far outweighs its tiny geographic size. With nearly 90% of its citizens casting a vote, this local race quickly became a high-stakes survival test for the NDA-aligned Chief Minister, N. Rangasamy, against a surging push from the Congress. Highlighting Puducherry on this map shows exactly why this matters. In a region moving toward UDF, TVK, and DMK control, this result decides whether the national BJP coalition maintains a structural foothold in the southern landscape. Puducherry proves that no district is too small or too insulated to escape the shockwaves of a highly mobilized electorate demanding to be heard. By early afternoon, the localized skirmishes resolved into a definitive, macro-level picture of India's new political reality. This map illustrates the scale of the BJP's expanded national footprint following the final tallies. By securing victories across the northern and eastern belts, the party now controls roughly 72% of the country's landmass, governing 78% of its total population. But the map also highlights a sharp geographic divide. While the ruling party expanded its reach down through the center of the country, the southern states rewrote their own landscape, turning almost entirely to new and resurgent regional opposition forces. That early theory that a massive voter surge must mean either consolidation or change turns out to be incomplete. The data proves it was simultaneously both, separated only by geography. If the 2026 assembly elections offer one clear lesson, it is that in modern Indian politics, no regional stronghold is ever immune to disruption when the electorate decides to show up in record numbers.